Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv Sharma. I'm currently in my final year studying business management at the University of Exeter. The purpose of this video is to explain my business experience module and to talk about my work placement which I had earlier this year in June, which was located in London. I'll just quickly go through the agenda of this video. The video will start with me talking about my company, introducing you to it, introducing my work. Video will then move on to show you a few people who I work alongside with at my workplace. They'll tell you about the work I did and how they thought of my work. And finally would be my conclusion, which will just give you a summary of everything and my outcomes. Talking about my company, Godrej is located and headquartered in Mumbai in India. It is roughly about 4 billion or 5 billion worth right now. It's huge. It's one of the biggest companies in India, which is diversified in various sectors. Talking about more about my business experience module, it's basically helped me a lot at the start of any work experience or any placement. You need to submit a CV, and my module has taught me how to make an effective CV. And after the CV, the next step is an interview, which again, my business experience module helped me with acing one. It taught me how to talk at an interview and how to deal and how to explain myself at corporate level. And it was a fun experience because there was one seminar which was held at my business experience module, which was under the supervision of Mr. David Pritchard. He basically made small groups and he told us to narrate and wear different companies, and he said that we need to do an interview, and it was basically a very, very fun experience we had, and alongside we learned also, so there's nothing better.
Hi, my name is Diksha Barya and I'm the Human Resources Manager at Godrej UK. I'm basically here to talk about Dhruv and his internship with Godrej UK. So if we go straight back to the start, Dhruv had applied for this for a project in marketing with Godrej UK, and we found his CV relevant, and then we called him in for an interview, which went really well, and he interviewed well. So he started his internship with us in marketing with Haley Darby, who's our brand manager, as the project mentor or buddy. The whole idea of this internship was to firstly give him as much support and exposure within marketing to the project that he was working on, and secondly to also help him understand the bigger picture of the business, so the nuances of sales, trade marketing and other different functions, to give him a more holistic view of the business. So hopefully we feel that the project went really well, and we hope that Dhruv was able to gain a lot of business insight from the stint that he had with Godrej UK. And he was really eager to learn. He was introduced to a lot of people, which he took on board very well, and he took on board the feedback as well. So we wish Dhruv the very best, and we'd welcome him back anytime if he feels in the future.
Hi, I'm Jen Edwards. I'm Marketing Director for Godrej UK. I'd like to talk to you today about Dhruv, who was in our business for 2 weeks in June as part of his internship. Dhruv was a great asset to the team for the 2 weeks we had him as part of marketing. We were able to share with him the full brand marketing mix. So we looked at legislation, we looked at finance, we looked at how we build a brand, and also areas of consumer and market research. Projects that Dhruv completed for us were live projects, so the quality of the work was really important. He completed a market review and gap analysis within our hair care category, and that included understanding our brand, understanding the market, understanding the claims and consumer benefits, and using data to evaluate and really see where our competitive advantage was, or where we could build our competitive advantage. He spent some time looking at the commercial aspects of a brand, so how we look at our profitability, the importance of profitability, and the mix of putting through our advertising and above the line work. Also, in terms of brand strategy and building, Drew had the opportunity to join us as part of our product development process. So he gained a good understanding of our new product development process and how both regulatory and creative come together, and contributed in a number of meetings both on the strategy, so a strategy meeting in terms of one of our key brands and how we create our communication platform, through to then a design meeting and adding value to the design process. In summary, I have to say that Drew was a pleasure to have in the team. He's a bright, young, articulate young man who is really keen to learn. He takes on challenges, but I think most importantly for me, Drew took on feedback and he embraced the feedback. So I have to say it was an absolute pleasure to have him as part of the team, and we'd welcome him back.
Hi, I'm John Taylor. I look after half the sales team in Godrej UK, so I look after our customers in grocery and also the convenience stores that we sell to. I have a team. I've worked with Drew quite a lot. Drew sat in on 1 or 2 meetings, and we also did some work, just Drew and I together. So let me talk you through that. What I wanted to show Drew was the importance and the value of promoting with a brand in a particular retailer, and Drew sat beside me and we did some promotional analysis, which was return on investment. So what's the benefit of the promotion, what were our objectives, and what was the profitability both for us and for the customer. That was my first example of working with Drew, but I found Drew really very engaged, very bright, very commercially savvy. He very quickly picked up the principles I was sharing and made some observations that, look, this has actually been really successful for the customer. We went out to stores together. We wanted to go and just see the context of our brands in the UK market. So we went around quite a few grocery multiples and also stores in the high street like Boots and Superdrug. And again, Drew was really interested. He very quickly grasped what I was sharing with him, and we were looking at how our brands perform, what opportunities they have, and one of the things that Drew picked up on was when a competitor is on promotion, that's going to affect our sales, and therefore we need to understand what's going on in the market the whole time. There was quite a funny moment where we were in Superdrug and a lady was looking at the shampoo fixture, and Drew went for a moment off by himself and spoke to the lady and just talked about the brand, our brand, Touch of Silver, and picked it up, showed the brand to the lady, and she actually walked away and bought one. So quite nice to see that he was kind of passionate about our brands. Drew sat in on a lot of meetings. In the sales meeting we had with Drew, we talked through sales numbers and forecasts and looked through opportunities by account with the team. And what Drew would have taken from that meeting was understanding the process of budgeting and the importance of achieving targets, not just in getting a sales number, but the impact of inventory, our stocks. If you oversell, you're going to have shortages. If you undersell, you're going to have excesses. And what I would say is, of the time that Drew and I had, I found him really enthusiastic. I actually volunteered and wanted to spend time with him. That may sound a bit crass, but genuinely he's a really good guy to go out. I maybe thought of some of the, when I was out in stores with him, it made me think about our brands as well. So very passionate, very commercial, very bright, and he picked up the principles of what I was showing him very quickly. And I wanted to say actually that we had a research meeting which Drew sat in on, where we were talking about one of our brands and how we can make the brand more attractive. And Drew made a really good comment, which I think everyone sat there listening to, in that we see and we know that one of our brands, Cuticura, a skincare product, a washing and bathing product, people pick up the brand because of it's visually attractive. And one of our brighter colours is quite often the most successful on promotion. And Drew suggested that we have a similar product where we change the colour from a light green to a more attractive green, more fluorescent, which we which is an opportunity to grow impulse sales. So Drew understood the process of selection and stand out on shelf, and made a positive comment which was listened to in the meeting. So I think he'd have learnt a lot from our time here. Definitely fun working with him, and pleased that he was here.
As the culmination of my internship neared, I introspected about my journey as an intern with this organization. It literally has been a great experience, a learning experience. I've learned a lot, and I was involved in varied aspects of this organization, giving me a cohesive and holistic view of its functionings. Also, this experience will stay with me for the rest of my life, and I'll always cherish it as my maiden venture into the corporate world. Living in London, being independent, has boosted my self-confidence to another level. I've enjoyed it, every bit of this. I've emerged enriched, I've become more stress tolerant, and also it provided me a reprieve, much needed reprieve after the demise of my father this year. And it took my mind off temporarily so that I could come back with more muscle and reinforced strength to face the rigors of this world. Lastly, talking about my medicine experience module, it's been a great module, it's been a learning module, it's been a fun module, and all the qualities and all the small things I've learned in this module will also help me for the rest of my life. I thank Mr. David Pritchard and all the teachers for this opportunity and for this module, and for taking out their time and being so helpful any time of the day. I thank you once again, and I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, that's the company. Thank you.